Anybody need this frequency for any kind of emergency use before we talk boat anchors? K5LYN. Silence is golden, and it just turned over on my phone. All right. Good evening, folks. This is K5LYN. My name is Lynn. I'm in Austin. We get together here on Wednesday evenings and talk about the early days of single sideband. A lot of us are on vacuum tube radios. Very few of us have RIT on our radios, so let's see if we can get everybody here on the right frequency. Buy-sell trades are appropriate if they are vintage radio related. And if you have a technical problem with a radio you're working on, you need some advice, there's a lot of expertise here to be shared. So even if you're not on a vintage radio and you have some questions, you're totally welcome, or just interested in what we're doing. But a great place for advice on radios that you're working on. Tonight I'm on a rather interesting radio, unlike last week where I was on the first commercial radio ever available for single sideband in the United States, the Central Electronics 1A. Tonight I'm on a homebrew single sideband transmitter called the Cheap and Easy SSB from QST 1956. And it's the only homebrew radio that I know of that's commonly used to call a net weekly. I didn't build it. KG7TR, Mike in Arizona did it work, and he did some very nice stuff. So let's get this thing going. I'll talk to a few people, and we'll give it to Jay. Rusty's here, and I think Mike is here. So I'll do my shooting match here, and we'll go carry on. The N5BTM. Hey, Ralph, talk to us. K5LYN.
Well, good evening there, Lynn. K5LYN in the net. N5BTM, Ralph in Spring. And tonight we're running the Heathkit SB100 transceiver. A 444 Shure microphone, and that's about 75-80 watts going into a junk box amplifier. We're using a GS35B running about 800-900 watts out. Antenna is a 75-meter inverted V that has a 40-meter wire attached to it, so we got two bands and one coax feed. And that's going through an that's going through a MN 2700 Drake tuner. And we're monitoring everything with a little Mirage MP1 SWR watt meter and listening to you on the Heathkit SB600 speaker console. So that about wraps it up here, Lynn. N5BTM, over.
Very nice work, Ralph. Great signal. Strong, crisp audio, easy to understand, and it's doing great work. Now, have we heard that amplifier before? I'm more used to your 813s.
Yes, we have. It was built in 2014 and had it on ever since.
It's doing a great job. Nice to hear you, Ralph. Anything for the net this evening?
That'll be it.
All right, let's move on. Let's see if we can hear some call-ins out of Mike. What do you say, MTT? Talk to us, K5LYN.
Yeah, hello, Lynn, and everybody on the net. Mike, W85MTT, and I had to switch rigs. I was on the Rockwell Collins KWM 380 earlier, and my former Simmons power supply stopped working for my Transworld 1000 amplifier. So, went back to the S-line, 75S2 receiver, 32S1 transmitter, and a 30S1 amplifier, and the mic is Electro Voice 674, and we're doing about a KW at 1100 watts here. So anyway, that's the story, Lynn. It's sounding good tonight.
Outstanding, Mike. That S2 line never has let you down, has it?
No, it's turned out to be the most dependable one here, and well, of course, there wasn't a Collins component that failed on the other station. It was something else. So there you go.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, my S3 line that I keep on 20, I'm about 25 years into it now after I put it on. It's still talking. All right, Mike, great to hear you. Any new projects on the works on your end?
Oh, just a bunch of audio projects. I think I've collected most of the ham radio stuff that I need for a while, so I'm playing with some audio stuff right now.
Understand, without SwapFest, I'm stacked up. We really need to get some stuff going bad. and I went up to Branson, Missouri, and not much was happening up there, but it was a nice trip, so we'll keep trying. All right, Mr. ZIV. Jim, I heard you a while ago. You lurking out there somewhere? How about it, K5LYN?
Yeah, Lynn, I'm here. We're hanging out in the heat. Got construction workers out here doing their thing, and I'm in here doing my thing. I'm on the FT102, the big black box amplifier, and going through the tuner out there to the big old wire, the ladder line fed wire. So hopefully it's working all right over your way.
Yeah, it's quite nice. I know there's some real fans of the 102 there, and yours is doing a nice job. And did you tell me what amplifier? I forgot.
It's just a big black box.
Okay, all right. It's working great. All right, sounds like you got some construction projects going on. Inside or outside? I hope inside.
Outside, where it got tore up from the hail.
Oh, that deal. I remember that story. Yeah, this is the summer heat has caught up with us. All right, Jim, great to hear you. Anything else for the net this evening?
No, we're good here. Everybody's sounding good over this way.
All right, let's see if Sammy's got some news for us. Mr. DPP, what about it, Sammy? K5LYN.
Okay, Lynn, this is W5DPP over here in the Bryan College Station area. We're going to have a little tailgate thing over here at the house, so on Saturday, if anybody wants to try to get rid of some stuff, maybe there'll be somebody over here. We don't know who's going to show up, but it's going to happen, I guess. The weather's going to be all right, so come on. We'll see what happens there. The address is good on QRZ. Look it up there, and you can find your way here. It's not too hard to find. W5DPP.
Okay, Sammy, thanks for doing that. I would absolutely be there, except I'm overwhelmed with rent house problems, as I was telling Ralph, so I can't do it. But until I get some new renters settled in there, I'm basically grounded here in the Austin area. So thanks for doing that. We all need it. I wish I could be there. Anything else, Sammy?
That's it.
All right. Good luck with it. Have a great time. Okay, now I heard W5DLP, wasn't it? Dave out there? Dave, you still there? How about it? K5LYN.
Yes, sir, I am. Hey, listen, thanks for picking me up again. There's nothing vintage or new about, or old about this. It's an Icon 7610 to a Meritron AL 500 watt mobile amplifier going to a portable antenna. It's about 4 feet off the ground, and just trying it out, getting ready for field day, and just completely portable with the day, but enjoying listening and learning a lot. And 73, God bless all. W5DL and the P.
Okay, tell me a little bit more about your antenna. There's a lot of us that are doing low antennas these days. I have a lot of friends that have their antennas on the fence, and I've got a Mosley TA33 at 16 feet. We're kind of getting beyond having to have antennas 70 or 80 feet in the air. Tell me a little bit more.
Okay, actually it is a Ultimax D Extreme. I did purchase the antenna. It's a 124-foot wire going to the bowline that was made to match that. And it is an end-fed antenna, and I've got it grounded. It's each end is about 4 feet off the ground, and I've got a fiberglass mast up about 16 to 17 feet high that I'm it looks like an inverted V, but it's just kind of holding it up to keep from stretching the ground. And I'm really surprised that it's working at all. Over.
Well, I've got a friend in Katy that has his dipole on the fence, on the cedar fence, and he's got one of the strongest signals on the frequency, so we certainly can do that these days. All right, Dave, thanks for telling us about that. Anything else on your end this evening?
No, sir. I've got about 4 or 5 miles of fences here, so I plan on this fall loading up some wire around the fence and seeing how that works. Over.
Keep us posted on that project. I'll be interested to see how it comes out. Okay, let's talk to the radio voice of Gonzales. Denver, talk to us. OJB from K5LYN. Now, Denver, I know you're there somewhere. Okay, Jay, put him on your list as somebody to pick up when he gets back from down the hall. All right, Jack, talk to us.
JB's there.
This is Denver, N50JB, Gonzales, Texas, Lynn. I'm sorry I was a little slow getting over to the mic. On the Collins S line, 32S1 transmitter, 75S1 receiver. And I'm going to tell you what, you told me that a martial art would do a real good job so I could remember that other piece. The other piece, I just took that martial art and wrote A in black right across the front of it, 312 C4. And they're all winged emblems, and I'm using the Shure 444 microphone on the transmitter and driving an NCL 2000 into an inverted V fan dipole. So back to you, Lynn.
Denver, you always have the only national amplifier on the net, and it's always a pleasure. Now, I'm not sure why. I mean, that Collins piece already said 312B4 on the front of it, didn't it, without you having to mark it up?
No, it don't say nothing on the front of it other than its winged emblem.
It's been too long since I had one of those. Okay, I get it. All right, nice work on your part, Denver. Anything else for the net this evening?
That's it.
Okay, let's see if Jack is still lurking over there. LRX, what about it, Jack?
Well, here I am, son of a gun, one more time. It's kind of like Jerry Jeff used to say, well, I'm going to try and slide one by you one more time. We had more fun with the two guys that we came over for our Saturday breakfast. We had WD5 Jack KO and K5XW Jim and Bill. So they said, well, we'd sure like to hear those 450 TL audio amplifiers. I haven't fired those things up for about a year and a half or 2 years, I guess. And got it working, and geez, we were having a heck of a good time listening to real angel music. I'll tell you, you go to firing one of those big dudes up with a couple of 450 TLs staring at you. It just redefines what high fidelity music's all about. That's the prototype for a modulator that I'm building for my Wilcoxes that Sammy made available to me, for which I'm deeply grateful. It's a pair of push-pull 450 TLs, and I guess it probably is good for a couple thousand watts of audio, which will at least do the 2500 carrier that the Wilcoxes are. That's a pair of 450 TLs in parallel. So we're having a great time with big bottle tubes, and this is you're listening to the amplifier as an amp supply LK550. It's a 3-holder 3-500Z through a Pound Star tuner, and let's see what Mr. LP700 Sammy calls them monkey see, monkey do. Power meters. It's saying it's about 1,000 watts. So anyhow, there you go. We're having more fun up here on the mountain we can probably stand to have. K5LRX, thanks for calling on me.
Question, Lynn.
Okay, Mike, go ahead.
Now, the station before Denver, I didn't get his rig. Can you help me out?
Well, it was a modern radio. That was W5DLP. Dave, are you still there? That's all I can tell you, Mike.
That's fine. That works.
He's running an ICOM 7610.
You got it, Mike? Okay, ICOM 7610. Let's move on down the street here, but that's the answer, Mike. Okay, LRX Jack, when you get time, send me an email about that piece of equipment that we were discussing a while back. I'm curious to how that worked out. All right, moving on down the road. AG5XP. Hey there, Kenneth, bring us up to date. K5LYN.
K5LYN, thank you for taking me up, Lynn. This is Kenneth in Brownwood, Central Texas, AG5XP. Tonight I brought a couple of helicopters. Got the HT32A transmitter with the matching 33A amplifier, and I'm currently receiving on a Kenwood 530TS. Got a D104 microphone, got a G5RV antenna, and like Paul, I got a Mirage MP1 watt meter, and that's what we got here in Central Texas. Over, back to net.
Very nicely done, Kenneth. And if any of y'all have never talked to Kenneth about technical things, he's one of the most expert guys I've ever talked to about things like this. So there's a real resource there. Kenneth, great to hear from you. Anything else on any new projects on your end?
And nothing at the moment, but to give a shout out to Hubert Robinson, who's got a Solid Key radio for sale, if you don't mind me putting it on here.
Absolutely. Tell us about it.
Okay, it's got a ICOM 7700 and things in really good shape. I got it over here at my shop. Only thing that was wrong with it was the ribbon cable that the display was dirty, so I cleaned that up, and the display is working like a champ. And right now it's taking off. We're starting off at $2,100 or best offer. You get a hold of Hubert at Kilo Charlie 5, November Papa Charlie. He's good on QRZ.
Okay, yeah, we know Hubert. I think he listed that last week. Okay, all right, Kenneth. Anything else on your end this evening?
Somebody can turn the AC up a little higher, and other than that, we're doing pretty good down here.
Yep, understand. All right, moving on. I've got WOZ, CXG, and then CCN. Then I'll give this thing to Jay. Dan, talk to us. WOZ, how about it? K5LYN.
Yeah, good evening, Lynn, and for everybody else in the boat anchors. This Dan, KWOZ, is middle of the sanctuary city of Houston. I'm running a Kenwood TS530 SP. A homebrew amplifier that I put together with 3 813s in it, doing about 1100 watts. The antenna used to be a 2-band bazooka. I wasn't real happy with that for various reasons, so I took it down after about 2.5, 3 years, and I put up just a simple inverted V yesterday, which is probably about 5 feet higher than the other antenna was, and it hears a lot better than I would expect. It's probably putting out a little bit better signal on the other end. I have a quick question for everybody, just see how intelligent everyone is on here. And I would like to know, I'm not sure I know the answer to this, but I would like to know what company made the first all-solid-state sideband transceiver? HF, of course. And I got I Googled this a little bit, and I got two kind of different answers, but I'm still not sure who did it. I think there could be a third one that is actually would be a surprise to people. But anyway, if someone can come up with that, I'd certainly like to know who it was. KWOZ, back to that. Thank you, Lynn.
Wasn't it the Atlas 210?
I thought it was a Swan 200.
I thought it was the Hallicrafters transceiver from 62.
How about SPE 34?
That's what I said. And they're answering that one.
Well, the SPE wasn't all solid state. You're talking all solid state, aren't you, Dan?
Yes.
Yeah, Hallicrafters. Well, we can exchange some emails about it.
Hallicrafters didn't even show up anywhere I looked.
Yeah, no, I'll send you an email.
Okay.
All right. Excellent question. Yeah, there were a lot of hybrids, but I think it was Hallicrafters, but we can research that further. Good question, Dan. All right, CXG. Hey, Bob, talk to us.
I'll do that. CXG out here at hot San Angelo. Not doing too much, moving furniture around from place to place, that kind of thing, and otherwise nothing new, no new radios, no new nothing. Just enjoying listening to everybody. I'm not on a boat anchor. I'm on a TS-850 mic. Put that down. Kenwood TS-850. I guess it's kind of it's bigger than most radios. But anyway, I didn't have time to put the 520 up here. I have a 51S1 over here in warm-up. I'm going to listen to the rest of the net on it when I get through transmitting. But other than that, that's it. Everybody have a good week. Catch y'all next time.
Very fine, Bob. Nice signal. And the 51S1, I've never owned one of those. A spectacular radio. And Dan, W9RAN, his name is Bob. He has one of those Hallicrafters all-solid-state transceivers that I was talking about. We'll pursue that further on down the road. Okay, KF5CCN. Brian, talk to us. K5LYN.
K5LYN, KF5CCN. Good evening, everyone on the net. I'm excited. Don't know about what. Wire. I like wire. Wire's been very good to me. Lynn, I don't know what we're going to do without you tomorrow. Lack of adult supervision is not good Christmas crowd, and you know this. Anyway, I'm on the right box, the HV450D, Houston SV200, with soft tubes, and I'll be calling our favorite RF Park place tomorrow, I think. And I am recording this. I started a few minutes late, so Lynn, let me know if you'd like me to upload it and send it down. I will do that. And hopefully we'll be on AM tomorrow at this time. A little, what I call the sexy 60, a little DX60. 7381, so back to you, Lynn, K5LYN, KFI-CCN.
Okay, follow that up with an email because I missed just a hair there where somebody had a carrier on you. So go ahead and put that to me with an email. We'll go from there. All right, let's see, Mr. J, KM5QS. I believe I've done my thing here, and we got some other people who want to talk. Let me throw it your way, and if it ever comes back around to me, I'll be on a different station, K5LYN. Pick it up, Jay.
Okay, Lynn. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm still close enough to frequency, so anyway, we'll give her a shot. This is Jay, Kilo Mike 5, Quebec Sierra, in Alice, Texas, and I'm coming to y'all this evening speaking into an Electro Voice 664A. It's going into a Kenwood TS820S. I'm listening to y'all on a Kenwood R820, and my signal's going out through a TL922 Alpha amplifier to a homebrew tuner, and balance line tuner, and balance line and antenna. It's all part of the same wire, no connections. Anyway, well, up at the top anyway. Let me see. That's what we got, 1,255 watts. Screaming Kenwood audio. Or something like that. All right, who else have we got for the boat anchors tonight? Come down, please.
Maybe 105 and OZZ.
12-5, uniform.
Okay, I got OZZ, Lima, Yankee, Lima. Who else?
WB1E.
Victor Charlie uniform.
Mike Oscar Kilo. I don't know if you got me or not.
Okay, let me see here. I got WB1E, November 0, and Oscar Kilo. Is that it? I'm sorry, you're a little pinched up. Say again.
Yeah, N5 MOK, Mike.
Oh, Mike. Okay.
Victor Charlie uniform.
And VCU. Let me start with these, and then we'll pick up some more. WB5OZZ. Go ahead there, Mr. Don.
Yeah, this is WB5OZZ, Handles Don, New Caney, Texas, running the Kenwood TS520. D1, the 444 plain Jane mic into a merch, into a random wire about 400 feet long. Amplifiers of Kenwood, it's a Heathkit tonight, TL2200.
Okay. Sounding good, boisterous as usual. Anything else, Don?
Oh, no, that's it.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir, for checking in. We'll look for you later. Next, KA5LYL. Go ahead, Ty.
Hello, Jay, and the rest of the boat anchors. This is KA5LYL. Trying to grab the microphone right. Push it back. This side is Corpus Christi, and I'm changing the mic up on you, Jay. I'm cleaning that other mic. But my vintage station tonight is a Yaesu FT707. A Yaesu FT707. That preceded the 757 and all those radios still has a band switch and all that stuff. But it has Walkman too. And let's see, it's pretty much the whole station. The FT707, which has a speaker in it too, and the FV707 Delta mic VFO unit, which does work, it's digital. It's under the radio. And the mic well, it's a vintage Yaesu microphone. Let's just put it that way. Yaesu hand mic with up down button. That will control the radio that's on the external VSO. It'll move around the frequency line. That's going into a Heathkit SA2060. That's a period correct legal limit tuner. And going out to an off-center fed dipole about 40 feet. So we're just running rig power here. Actually a little more than it's supposed to be. It's about 150 watts, and that's more than it's supposed to be. So anyway, it's not ours. It's actually for sale. I don't know if it qualifies as boat anchor stuff, but it's for sale, third party. Over.
Oh, okay. I couldn't find my foot switch. Sorry about that. I don't know. It's solid state. What do you think, Lynn? Does that qualify for buy-sale trade? I don't know. I think he wants 400 for it, though. You can look him up and send him an email if you're interested in a 707 station.
Yep. There you go. I appreciate it, Jay. Back next. Thanks for having me. K85LYO. Everybody's sounding great on this old rig.
All righty, Todd. We'll see you later. Whiskey Bravo 1 Echo. That's the voice of Bryan College Station, right?
Oh, well, you know, it certainly could be. Hello, Jay, and all the boat anchors tonight on Wednesday. The finest hour of amateur radio all week long. This is Doug over here, WB1E, talking to you tonight on the regular old Swan 500. And with the Electro Voice 638. Boy, I tell you, I wish I could find another Electro Voice 638. I guess they're real popular with the harmonica players, because they can take them apart and hold them right in their hand right behind the harmonica. So anyway, enjoying the evening tonight. Looking a little south, there's some thunderstorms, but I guess they won't make it over here. A little help from with the Heathkit. I'm sorry, the the Henry Classic X. Running 2, 3, 500Zs, doing legal limit. And it looks like 1.48, something like that. PEP, of course. So, and going up through some RG unbalanced, by the way. RG 213, high, through a homemade 4-to-1 current balun and an inverted B cut to this frequency up about 75 feet. So, there you go, Jay. And everybody sounded good. And you are, as usual, on the Kenwood there, Jay. So, this is WB1E back to net.
Thank you, Doug. I always appreciate a couple of flowers. As long as my wife don't find it. Oh, no, never mind. Anyway, we ain't going there. Thank you, Doug. You sounded good as well. You always do. So we'll see you next time. Okay, I got the suffix. This call is November Oscar. Come in with your full call, who you are, what you got, and like that.
Yeah, this is Whiskey 4, November Oscar, located in Panama City, running a Swan 700CX barefoot into a fan dipole at about 35 feet. That's the story here, over.
Okay, did you say your name was Rusty?
What's that again?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. My dog said something.
Yeah, the name here is Marty. It's M-A-R-D-Y with a D.
Oh, okay. All right, Marty. Well, that's fine. You're making it down here with that DX100. Sounding good. The 4 call, you must be back east somewhere.
Yeah, we're located in Panama City, Florida. I know we're running barefoot. Swan 700CX. Very nice example I recently acquired. Have some other Swan gear, Drake gear, quite a collection of boat anchors. Over.
Oh, okay, 700. I'm sorry. You are making a good trip across the Gulf. I'm down here in Alice, Texas, so we got a good ground plane in between us. But thanks for checking in, Marty. Because you probably know we do this every week, every Wednesday at 7:30, and you're welcome to come back anytime.
Yeah, Roger. I've been in once before, I believe, and I forget what radio it was on, but it was a boat anchor. Might have been a Drake, TR4CW or whatever, but anyhow, we will be back in if we can make the trip. Roger?
Oh, okay. Well, thank you, sir. The invite, the door's always open, so thank you for checking in. Okay, Mr. Moki Mike, N5MOK, your turn, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Jay, and everybody on that. Kilgore, and tonight I'm on my, again, a TS520. We got the internal VFO in line with it. The microphone's MC60. Going in, radio's going to a SB220. Doing about a hello, right at KW. And, of course, the antenna's one of them old temporary wires. It's been about 18 years. But anyway, everybody sounded good tonight. There's a lot of good stations out there. Back to you, N5MOK.
Okay, Mike. Yeah, it's been really good so far. Not too many crashes. Everybody's audio's been good. The band's in pretty good shape. So for a change, that's a good deal. Thank you, sir. We'll see you next week, I guess. Hopefully, or maybe before then. You never know. Victor Charlie Uniform. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Jay. Good evening to the rest of the guys out there on the boat anchor net. Everybody sounded good this evening, that's for sure. This is November 0, Victor Charlie Uniform. The name is Steve, and we're on our little Swan 300B tonight with a Turner hand mic, the 350 ceramic hand mic, driving an AL 1200 into a Dentron MT3000A. And going out into a fan dipole, homemade fan dipole. So that's the story here. This is one of my favorite Swans. I really like this little 300B, and of course I'm a Swan guy through and through. If you look at my QRZ page, you'll see quite a selection of Swan radios. Jay, thanks for running the net. Thanks for picking me up, and good evening from N0 VCU.
Okay, Steve, good deal. Appreciate you checking in. I always do. Hadn't talked to you for a while, but I did recognize the call when you gave it earlier. So, at any rate, okay, let me see. Rusty, I have something I have to do right now, so why don't you pick up some and then give it back to Lynn, and we'll go from there. KM5QS.
All right, KM5QS, WK5R. Good evening, everybody. Tonight I am on a set of Drake Twins. The receiver is the R4A. Transmitter is the T4X, the plain T4X, not the A, B, or C. Got the MS4 power supply, which I had to rebuild to get it up and running, and I'm using a World Radio Lounge version of the Shure 444D. Driving the homebrew GS35B amplifier around a kilowatt into a fan dipole up at 50 feet. That's what we got going on here. So with that, who is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
UOZ.
K0SED. All right, I got two there. GB0UOZ. Go ahead, Barry.
Hey, Rusty. Good evening. Good evening to the gang here on a boat anchor net night. Anyhow, let's see. We're kind of on one of our usuals. Well, last week I was on a Kenwood, so this week I'm back on green. We're using SB 102 with the Shure 450 Series 2 microphone. And of course, I got the lineup of all the external gizmos and gadgets, the magic speaker and the scope and the console and all that stuff. And we're driving the SP220 here tonight. So, and then they're all going out through a EastJet 2060 tuner to my ladder line and out to 137 foot inverted Z. So Anyway, hope she's working. Looks here like everything's doing what it's supposed to. Anyway, Jay, thanks for picking me up. Good evening all the way around to the gang, and we'll ride along till the end. KB, so you owe that.
Everything to the right, Barry.
All right, the 102 sounds good there, Barry. We'll catch you next time. All right. 0 SED, Steve, go ahead.
Well, good evening, Rusty, and all the boat anchors. K0 SED and Tyler. Tonight I'm on a trusty old Kenwood 520, a Collins 30L1, a dipole up about 50-odd feet, and that's about it. That's you, Rusty. K0 SED.
All right, Kenwood sounds fine there, Steve. Now let's see who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited. Come now.
KE5Q.
November 5, Kilowatt Bravo, Papa.
November 5, Sugar, Mexico.
Try it again. I got about 5, but I didn't get none of the calls. But let's try it one more time and spread them out a little bit.
Kilo Echo 5 Quebec, KE5Q.
November 5, Kilowatt Bravo, Papa.
November 5, Sugar, Mexico.
Quebec, I believe it is on the end of it. Go ahead.
Yeah, KE5Q. Good evening, Jim in Plano. Let me see if I've got it.
Did you turn it to me?
Checking in on the Kenwood GS 520 tonight. Driving the 30L1, Collins 30L1 with about 30 watts or so, producing around 350, 400 watts. And going into a 3000A generator for Dentron. Out the window with twin leads up about 30 feet to a dipole oriented north-south. And utilizing a Heil microphone tonight. Seems to be, I've gotten good reports with it, so I went ahead and I'm sticking with this one and love the C104 non-amplified. But it's still sitting here and getting ready to rock at a moment's notice. So with that, thank you for letting me in, and I'll play 73. KG0YMC.
Okay, KG0YMC, WK5R. Is that David in Springfield?
Affirmative.
Okay, that's who I thought it was. Kenwood sounds good there, David. And I don't know who that was in the background, but I didn't know Rick Flair was a ham. Or at least I amateur radio operator. He's a ham anyway, but anyway. All right, Jim. KE5Q, go ahead.
All right, this is KE5Q, Jim in Plano. And we are, good evening everybody on the net. Everybody's sounding good here. We're on the Collins KWM2 30L1, Shure 444. Shure 444, I didn't hold the mic button down. Going into the Ultimax 8040. And so pretty much the same rig there as, well, I don't know if I checked in last week or not. Anyway, go ahead, Rusty, KE5Q. Appreciate you calling.
Okay. I was daydreaming that just a little bit. What rig are you on, Jim?
KWM2 30L1.
Oh, okay, got it. Collins is sounding good there. All right. Well, let's see. For Dan's information, I just looked it up here. And this Helicrafters is a, just a second here. Let me find it. It's manufactured 1959, 1960. Says only 25 were made. And what is the number on that thing? FPM 200. Anyway, enough with that. All right, let's see if we can pick up some more. Who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Kilo Bravo, Papa.
November 5, Sugar, Mexico.
GVK in Nebraska. Is that you, Kurt?
Yep, that's me, Rusty. Good evening, Rusty. November 0 Golf Victor Kilo, Kurt. I'm doing South Central Nebraska. And tonight, Rusty, I'm checking in on my high gain Galaxy G2550 Alpha. And I'm using a World Radio SB44 microphone. I've got the racing speaker console and the mounting RF watt meter. And that's all running up into a outcome of about 25 feet.
Hi, Kurt. The Galaxy 550 Alpha. It sounds good. Conditions aren't as good as they are sometimes, although I'm not listening on the radio with it's got a receiver. It's what I'm usually listening on, but it's working for you there. Appreciate you checking in. We'll catch you next time. Okay, who else out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Kilo Bravo Papa.
Okay. Go ahead, Marty.
Okay, this is Marty, N5K BP, located in Longview, Texas. I'm on the Yaesu FT102 tonight. Man's not in very good shape, but that's about it with the MD1 microphone and just playing radio. N5K BP, back to that.
All right, Marty. Appreciate you checking in there. I didn't catch which rig you're on. What are you rigging you on, Marty?
I'm on the Yaesu FT102.
Okay, 102 sounding great there. All right, who's next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. WA5
November 5, Sugar, Mexico.
Okay, there were several there, but go ahead, Byron. Okay, and you are picking up WA5EDX in Bluffdale, right? That's correct, Byron. Go ahead. Okay. Seems to have been some confusion earlier, and I wanted to make sure it wasn't me. Hi. This is Barefoot Byron over here in Bluffdale, Texas. Tonight we are on a boat anchor. Fired up one of the old Kenwood TS-820s. And for the exception that proves the rule, I'm not barefoot tonight. I am at the present moment driving an old Helicrafter's HX1 linear at something between 200 and 800 watts. Who knows? Hi. Anyhow, up into the old inverted V, up about 35 foot apex, and of course it's an MC50 audio mic there you're listening to. So that's all I know for sure. The band is in somewhat less than spectacular shape, as Marty says, so that's one reason I threw on the shoes here, just to be a treat for everybody tonight. So mark your calendars. You won't hear another amp for another year. Hi. Back to you, Rusty. Good to hear you, and thank you and Jay and Lynn as always. WA5EDX, Bluffdale. Byron, your Kenwood sounds good there. You're hitting me at about 20 over on the meter on this old R4A. So, okay, let me see if I can pick up some of the motors out there. Who else is left out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Let's try it now. Kilo Delta 5, Golf Echo Sierra, Gilmer, Texas. Okay, the Golf Echo Sierra, is that correct? Go ahead. Yes, sir. The name is Dave, Delta Alpha Victor Echo. Kilo Delta 5, Golf Echo Sierra is the call in Northeast Texas on TS-520, talking to an SB200 and into an off-surface Bravo. Okay, the Kenwood 520 sounds good there, Dave. Appreciate you checking in. All right, I know there's a couple other there. Let's see if we can pull them out of there. Who else out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
November 5, Sugar, Mexico.
Okay, the one with Sugar, Mexico in it. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening to you and all the boat anchors. This is Ron in Pleasanton. And tonight I'm coming to you through the SM50 to the 830S. And the amplificator is an old SB220. That's going into a Navac tuner. And from there it's going out to 450 ohm to a full-size 80-meter loop up about 30 feet. That's about the story over here. Go ahead, N5SM.
Okay. And what, I did not catch the rig here on there. Could you get that to me again?
Yeah, the rig is a TS-830, Kenwood. TS-830, over.
Roger, yeah. I don't know if my receiver drifted or what, but you sound like you're a little bit down the band a little bit there, but I'll keep checking. Maybe I've drifted off on this old receiver. Anyway, appreciate you checking in there, and we'll see who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited. Come now.
W5TLJ.
Okay, was that TLJ? Go ahead.
Whiskey 5, Tango Lima Juliet, Terry in Banks, Texas. Talking to you on a Yaesu FT600 HF single sideband marine radio, putting out about 110 watts to all center fed window, up about 35 feet.
Okay, Terry, I can hear you. What rig are you on?
Terry.
Anybody else copying Terry better than I am?
Yeah, it's Terry with a T, and Terry, talk to us one more time.
Okay, I'm talking to you on a Yaesu System 600. It's a single sideband HF marine radio. Puts out about 110 watts and on a all-center fed Wyndham up about 35 feet.
All right, I didn't get 100%, but it's a Yaesu marine radio, is that right?
Yeah, it's called the FT600.
Okay, let's go with that. Back to you, Rusty.
I got an FT600, I think he said. Anyway, appreciate it, Terry. I don't know, for some reason the band wasn't good between here and there in Banks there. Anyway, all right, checking in. All right, who else is left out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. There was one there, but I couldn't copy him. All right, one more time. Who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
KE5ARQ.
KE5ARQ, go ahead.
Hey everybody, it's James over in Floresville, running the Kenwood TS830S, inverted V, 40 feet, Shure 444 mic, TL, TL922A amplifier, about 1,000 watts, and that is about it. Nothing different over here. KE5ARQ, back to net.
All right, the Kenwood 830 sounds good there. Appreciate you checking in. All right, I'm going to throw one more call out there, see if I get any results. If I don't, I'm going to turn to Lynn there. Is anybody else out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
November 5, Papa Foxtrot.
Okay, one inning and Papa Foxtrot. Go ahead.
Good evening. This is November 5, Papa Foxtrot. Name is Phil, Papa Hotel Lima Lima. I'm located at Vicksburg, Mississippi. Run S-Line, 32S1, 75S1, and they were made in 1958 and 1960. The amplifier is a Houston SB200 made around 1970. So, this S-Line is almost in pristine condition. It's got one little problem that's not necessarily needs repair. It's working just fine. Just found out about this net. Listened to you guys last week a little bit, and I decided maybe I'll jump in tonight. I just got in here and heard you in here, so good evening to you. This is November 5, Papa Foxtrot.
Okay. Well, I didn't realize that was you there, so that power supply is still working. I appreciate you checking in on the call-ins. All right, we'll catch you next time. Okay, is there anybody else out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited before I turn it to Lynn? Come now.
Hey, Rusty, turn it to Mike, KL7CD.
Okay, I'll do that. KL7CD, WK5R. You there, Mike?
Oh, yeah, I'm here. WK5R, KL7 Charlie Delta. Well, the band is in really good shape tonight compared to the last few nights. Noise levels down around an S3 or S4. Been up in the S7 to S9 area the last couple of nights. And everybody's sounding really good. Sounds like we're having a pretty good net. I haven't totaled them up yet, but quite a few check-ins. So down here on my rig, I've got a pair of Hallicraptor twins, about 1962, 63, somewhere in there. And SX117 receiver, HD44 transmitter, operating in transceive, matching speaker and power supply for the transmitter. And that runs into my SB220 heath-kit amplifier. And from the amplifier, it goes through a Johnson Viking hatchbox, balance line tuner. And from the tuner via 450 ohm ladder line, I go to a loop about 450 feet, 55 feet in length, and up about 30 feet. Microphone is a D104.
quick report on the HD37. I had it on the bench, had it hooked up to a watt meter, and everything was working great. And I brought it in here and tried to pair it up with an SX101A by Helicopters. And there's something wrong with the control circuitry I'm trying to figure out. I was hoping to get it on tonight barefooted, but that didn't happen. So I got to do a little more work and scratch my head and figure out what's going on. But the HD37 on the bench was putting out great. I could drop the carrier to nothing on the meter. And it worked good on sideband, worked good on CW. Even double sideband with carrier, which is kind of like AM. Anyway, maybe next week I'll have it up and running, and I can start working on the Helicopters amplifier. Okay, this is the Boat Anchors Unlimited Net every Wednesday night, 7:30. Here on this frequency, 3870. All the guys with boat anchors come on here and check in. At least some of them do. And solid state rigs are welcome as well if you're interested in what's going on here. All right, not my last call, hopefully, but I'll make a call for any check-ins for the Boat Anchors Unlimited Net. Come now.
KC5L.
Is that KG5 Golf?
Kilo Charlie 5 Lima.
Well, I wasn't even close. Kilo Charlie 5 Lima. Go ahead.
Hey, good evening, Mike, and the Boat Anchors Net. This is Tom, KC5L in San Antonio. And tonight we're talking on the Central Electronics 200B with the D104 microphone. And it's driving a Central Electronics 600L amplifier, doing about 300 watts into a Johnson kilowatt matchbox tuner. And the antenna is a homebrew doublet up about 15 feet. And we're listening on an R390A. And that's about all I have this evening, Mike. So I'll turn it back to you, KC5L.
Okay, Tom, KC5L. No, you're weaker than you normally are. I mean, I hear you all the time, and you're a bit stronger, so propagation must be weird between us. But that 600L is like hen's teeth. They're hard to find. I know Lynn's got one as well. I'd like to have one. I'd also like to have the Courier. I think that's what Lynn has. Those are pretty good old-fashioned amplifiers. Okay, anything else for the net, Tom?
No, that's all I have. Back to you.
Okay, signal's sounding great. Okay, anybody else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net? Come now. Last call from me, Boat Anchors Unlimited net. Anybody wants to check in? Anybody anywhere? Come now. Okay, Lynn, I got one. How about that?
Well, that worked. Hey, am I on your frequency?
You are.
Okay. All right. Hey, let me back up and talk to Tom a minute. KC5L. Hey, Tom, K5LYN. What was the issue about the audio last week?
Yeah, hello, Lynn. The wire in the base of the microphone, the audio wire, was not soldered to the terminal strip. It was just brushing against it. So I soldered it down, and that fixed the problem.
Okay, well, boy, you didn't even have to take the microphone totally apart. Glad you didn't have to do that, because when you take that stem apart with that push-to-talk mechanism, it's a real pain.
Roger. Yeah, it turned out to be really simple. It was probably my fault when I replaced the the cables right after I got the mics. I either didn't see that it was unsoldered or was in a hurry and just missed it, but that was the problem.
Okay. All right. Thanks for bringing us up to date. All right. Let me just say something about this station I'm on. And by the way, Mike, I was on the Courier when I was on the Cheap and Easy a while ago. This is K5LYN, Lynn and Austin. I have switched stations since the first time around the table. And this is Heathkit's first attempt at a single sideband exciter. And it was kind of a primitive attempt. So if you notice that my carrier suppression and sideband suppression is not all that great, well, Heathkit was trying back in '59, and they didn't quite make the mark, but it's kind of fun to operate it. This station begins with a VFO from 1948, the Collins PTO, known as the 310B. and that puts out about 3 watts, and that's going into the Heathkit SB10 single sideband adapter, and I use this sideband adapter to adapt the Heathkit DX60 Novice rig to a primitive form of single sideband, and that's putting out about 50 watts into my Collins 30L1, and it looks like I got about 400 watts going out the antenna. So, if it doesn't sound like a Flex, well, it's not. But it was Heathkit's first attempt back in '59. All right, who else wants to talk vintage sideband tonight? K5LYN calling and listening. Well, I'm glad the universe wanted to know what I just had to say. Hey, Jay, we might be winding it up. We've been here almost an hour. What do you think, Jay? KM5QS, K5LYN.
Well, yeah, we've had 33 check-ins so far, including ourselves. So it's been a good night. However, if there's anyone else out there that we've missed or has a question or one thing or another wants to check back in for some reason, this is your chance. Come now, please.
Comment.
Go ahead.
This is Dan, KWOZ. Still been researching that solid-state transceiver, and the FPM 200 is not it because that has tubes in it, but I'm still looking.
You know, I didn't think it had tubes. Thank you for getting me straight on that.
Yeah, it is. The driver and the finals are solid-state. Finals are 6146s, in fact, but the closest thing I could find is one that Swan made there, the SS100, I think it was, but that might be it. I don't know. I'm still looking.
Yeah, great question, Dan. Keep us posted.
Hey, Dan?
Yes, sir.
Have you considered the earliest models of ICOM? I don't think ICOM ever made a tubed radio.
Yes, they did, Jay.
Okay, I can always be wrong, but I know the only thing I've ever seen with ICOM one had transistors in it.
How about Pentec?
I looked at Pentec. They didn't have anything back that far.
Oh.
So far. Yaesu had something, but it was just a transmitter.
Comment, Jay.
Somebody call me?
Yeah, Jay, it's Mike, KL7CD.
Yes.
Okay, so I bought a brand new ICOM 701 in 1978. I think it might have been out a year when I bought it, so maybe 77. It was a 100% solid-state transceiver. I still have it, and it still works. And but I had somebody tell me that an Atlas 210 or something like that was predated the ICOM 701 by a year or two. So that's just trying to help you out.
Could have been. The Atlas, if I remember right, was
It was
okay. They took the name Atlas. Wasn't that what Swan turned into?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was 1974.
Okay.
For your information, Jay, the ICOM twins were the transmitter was all tube. That was the T700. The receiver was all solid state, the R700.
Rusty, your transmit is probably about 50 cycles down. Or somewhere down there. I can't hardly understand you.
Yeah, Rusty, read the stuff on the manuals about how you get the transmitter and receiver on the same frequency. That might be what's going on.
Okay, hang on.
That'll be it.
There we go. That'll be closer.
Uh-oh. That's worth
That any closer?
Yeah, I think you're a little closer now.
Okay. No more questions. Thank you.
Oh, I'm riding hers on mine too. I've been adjusting it all along. So whatever works. Anyway, Okay, it's like Lynn said, it's 20 seconds from being an hour, so last call from me for, is there anyone out there that we've missed this evening on Boat Anchors Unlimited?
Pretty big net tonight, Jay.
Not too bad at all. Like I say, we had 33 that I counted, unless I missed one somewhere. Don't know. But, yeah, everyone, super net. Appreciate it. Gentlemen from Mississippi and all the rest of y'all, up north, out west, wherever we can find you. If we can hear you, we'll work you. So, see you next week. And 73's from me, and I'll let Rusty tie it up, or Lynn, or whoever after that, KM5QS.
I'll say my 73's and listen out. Rusty and Mike can finish it up. K5LYN.
Okay. All right. Is there anybody else out there that we missed or haven't talked to yet? You want to check into the Boat Anchors Unlimited net before we close it? Come now.
This K5STY Kilo 50 Tango Yankee.
Was that SDY or SGY? I'm not sure. I'm better hear you.
That would be Sierra Tango Yankee.
I can't copy. Anybody else copy that station?
Yeah, STY. Talk to us.
Hey guys, it's K5STY. Name's Danny. I'm in a little town outside of San Antonio, Texas.
Well, you stumbled across the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. We're all operating vintage radios. You want to tell us about your station?
Oh, I just ran across you guys. I'm not vintage by any means. I've got 7300, so I apologize. I just heard the call out and wanted to come back to you. K5STY.
Okay, well, everybody is welcome that's interested in what we're doing, so thanks for coming by. Mike, any last comments from you? KL7CD, and I'm listening out. K5LYN.
Okay, I might give out one more call just to see if I can rustle somebody up. I doubt I can, because I think you all did a great job. Thought I heard somebody in there. Okay. This is KL7 Charlie Delta, New Braunfels, Texas, just north of San Antonio. This is a Boat Anchors Unlimited net. Meet every Wednesday night at 7:30 on this frequency, 3870. We're looking for making a last call for any check-ins. Check into the Boat Anchor. Come now. Oh, joy, Lynn. You want me to close it out, or you want to take it?
I think we finished up.
Okay, I'll close it up, Mike.
Okay, Rusty.
All right. I'd like to thank everybody for checking in, because Jay, Lynn, myself, Mike, we all know what it takes to get these old things on the air and make them work. So we'll look for y'all next week. So this is WK5R with the 3870 Boat Anchors Unlimited net, and we are now closing the net and return to frequency to normal amateur music.